Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Brown. I'm the USM eSports chairman, and this is our first episode of HENS, Huskies Esports Network. I I play on Overwatch, Smash, and Omega Strikers for us. Um, and the other hosts on here can introduce themselves.
I guess I'll go next. I'm Syrvrr. It's actually Luke, but that's fine. I am a part of the esports program here. I play Rainbow Six. Um, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say, so I'll just pass it on.
All right. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm part of the USM's Rocket League team. I also stream the League of Legends matches.
Nice, nice. Well, let me put the strip down.
You gotta
Well,
get the
we'll look.
munches in.
Gotta get, yeah, I'm gonna get the munchies. The uh looking at our esports program, I was personally here last year, and honestly, we've had a huge improvement in not only player base but also the amount of games we're in and playoffs. We have a total of 7 teams in playoffs right now, as compared to 2 last year, with Gold Huskies, our Overwatch team, making it again. Um, if we could look at Gold Huskies here, we have Ray as the coach. Ray was a player last year for us. Um, Ray was a player last year for us. She graduated and since became a coach. Uh, average gamer, flower lover, and that's it. We're on Huskies Blue last year. Jay, oh wait, and Will. Leviathan Breaker was also on Blue. Jay, Star, Trilobite were all on the team last year for gold. And then Sam is new to esports, and then I didn't have a PC. So I now got added to this because of the esports room that we now have. Um, well, you're looking at Gold Huskies. The their first playoff is against LIU, which LIU has 13 people on their roster for Overwatch, and an ECAC rep too on there, which it's gonna be very interesting. They're 5-2, I'm pretty sure right now. Not oh wait, a gold. One, two, three, four. They're 5-3, actually. Okay, they're 5-3 right now. Um, Gold is ahead of them in seeding because they had a bye their first week. If you look right there, a bye that gave us an additional point for seeding. And then we won 5 and lost 2. Yes, lost 2. Uh, yeah, I think I covered everything for Overwatch, honestly, and if like as much else. The Going to the next one, our league team. I know Sam could touch more on like the individual basis for league, but I know that last year they did not make playoffs, but this year they did. I think a lot of the players last year actually returned and they just added some more new ones.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about who's returned or not, but had an overall great season. The only two teams that they lost to were the top two teams, and both of those games were really hard fought games. Honestly, the I mean, other than that, I mean, the games that they did play, they played Albany twice, and they won both games against Albany. For the first one being the by far the closest match that I've ever seen in the league before. But starting off in the playoffs, going up against the seventh seed, which they did convincingly beat earlier in the season. I believe week 3 or 4. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's gonna be that second round that they're gonna want to put some effort into.
Yeah, I think in the second round they are going up against uh if the seeding lines up, they will be up against the PSU. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
PSH.
seating lines up all correctly, they'll be up against PSH, which they had I believe they had a close loss to in week 2, which was the first game that I streamed. It was a close matchup.
Oh,
They
wait.
could have taken it if they had cleaned some things up, and I'm sure they'll
They
clean
had.
up.
It looks
I'm
like they.
sure they'll. Yeah.
It looks like they actually had a forfeit there for
Oh, for
PSH.
PSH.
Yeah, for
Oh.
PS. I think that was the only game that they lost via forfeit because they didn't have enough people.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
which
Okay.
I bet that is chewing away at them, and
Yeah,
they
I think that was one of their losses that they weren't really happy with. But I mean, forfeit's a forfeit. They couldn't do a whole lot about it. I remember that week now. But
yeah. Go ahead.
going on to that second round matchup is going to be something that they're going to be looking forward to. They're hopefully going to clean some things up from the regular season, tune some things up, and hopefully get all the way to the finals.
Yeah, looking at the roster here, Emerald Viper, Oxford Comma, and Sid the Squid are all returners from last year. Um, Fatish Cat and Greasy Money were people that were added to um, they were like new players, and then Hello Happy World actually joined almost a week of to their team, but has really been a great addition to it because a lot of these games one team member can't make it, and I'm glad that they actually have a sub, so they don't have to take more of these forfeits. Um, moving on from League, the one thing that I know Sayo could definitely touch upon is our Rocket League teams.
Yes, yes. Our Rocket League teams have had some of the I'd say some surprising victories compared to what we had last year. Last year we had one Rocket League team, and it consisted of me, Ian, Hydra, and Nathan, who are all returning from this year. Um, but as of this semester, we have two new additions, Dan and Darian, who are great additions to that A team. And to start off the season, that A team actually went 6-0. They started
hmm
off a perfect 6-0, and unfortunately lost those last two matches in very close games. I honestly believe they have one of the best shots in our entire divisions to go all the way.
Yeah, the um the lineup really is pretty solid. The thing that has done with most teams, looking at the roster, we have, as you said, we had Nathan, we had Darian, we had Dan, but then the sub has been there, just not been needing to play because these guys are ready to show up and uh, take take any sort of challenge that's put in front of them, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that A team is. I believe they were first seed until their first loss. But I mean, I think that only dropped them down to 4. And then we have the all glorious B team, which I am a part of myself. We got off to a fairly hot start as well. We dropped our first game, but then went on a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah,
Um,
one of the teams especially to look out for if we can go to like the Rocket League bracket. Um, one of those teams is ECPI Dark because
yes,
ECPI Dark
ECPI Dark.
has beat both teams. But as you can see by the seating, luckily they are in like separate kind of blocks. You won't need to play them until like
Yeah. So if either of us are gonna meet them, Huskies A would meet them first, as both of them are in the upper half of the bracket. They'd meet them in round 4, I believe. Yeah,
mhm,
they'd meet them in the quarterfinals, or no, not in the semifinals. But
the
I mean, the ECPI Dark is a great team. There was unfortunate losses from both the A team and the B team. but they were a lot closer than you think.
Yeah, it's honestly very surprising that we do have a team in Rocket League. We do have a team in Rocket League that both teams have played because it's such a big division and you have only eight matches for each team until playoffs, and it's really interesting to see that ECPI Dark uh you guys face, and I'm pretty sure either GFU Rocket League Varsity or Sage U both of you face as well. Not sure. I know it was one of them though.
I believe ECPI Dark both of us faced. We had a match against Sagu last season in the spring
Uh,
season that we lost again. Lost, but we came back and got our revenge for that one. And then I believe actually during the season, because the way that they do their game, the way that our division does the games, they take teams with similar point totals and match them up against each other. So during during the middle of the season when we were both like 5-0 4-1, we were genuinely like thinking that we would get matched up against each other in like week 7 or 8 just because of
mm,
how close we were like rank wise. And
yeah.
that actually did happen between I think Baron College. They had a match between both their silver and gold teams, and both of them took L's. I don't know how that worked, but
Huh. How L's work in double L works at ECAC is neither team checks in and it auto forfeits both of them.
oh, that's
That's actually
weird.
kind of fun. That's actually kind of funny.
That's weird.
The one thing I will say about the Rocket League team is like whenever I was in here and I'd be like, "Hey, you guys winning?" They'd be like, "Yeah, it's already over. We won." And I was like, "Well, that sounds very hopeful." I don't think I walked into this room once where you guys were losing, or had lost. You were either in the process of winning or had already won,
Yep.
which is just amazing to think about the fact that like you guys just didn't seem to have much of a struggle throughout the. Like I said, you guys both had that loss to ECPI, but I don't think either team really seemed to have much of a struggle in the regular season. And I know you guys probably are hoping that if the ease continues through um, playoff stretch down the line.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that I definitely think there was growing pains at least for the B team towards the end of the season as we before we got our last win to get into playoffs. We had a 2 game skid where we weren't looking too terribly hot, and then that started against ECPI, but we turned it around in Game 7 of that last game after coming back from down 3-1 to win that game in Game 7. So hopefully we can take that
Those are always
momentum.
fun. Game sevens are
Yeah.
always fun because everything's on the line. You're like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? Like there's a lot that goes into that. Like
n-
siege is kind of the same way with like it's like it's 1-1 map count and you're like, okay, here we go. It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And
The
like that
one
entire
the
time.
one match you guys recently had, the November 15th one, was also very interesting because I personally had an Overwatch match, and I was watching as Hydra, Ian, and Devin were all in the room, and as soon
Yeah.
as they won, all of them crowded over to the computer in front of me and went, "Where are our jerseys?"
Yeah, dude. Honestly, dude, if I could have been in that room to play with them, I would have been there, and I would have done the exact same thing. It was that moment because I think that last Game 7, we took a goal down within like the first 2 minutes, and then scored two, and then nothing else happened the rest of the game. It was one of the most defensive games I think we've ever played, and it was just all around like the rotation wise it was all around like one of the best games that we had played was that Game 7. And when the ball finally hit the ground after about like 10 seconds of it being on triple zeros, I think we all just exploded because we were what we were 3-1 down. I don't think many of us had a whole lot of like optimism left.
Yeah, you can see looking at this game report too that all of them seem to be pretty close. Both of them, like all three of these ending matches being 2-1 in your guys' favor,
Yeah.
which I don't think if you lost this you might have been I don't think you would have been out. I think you guys were both like certified for playoffs mathematically.
I think it
But
would. I think it would have been close because I'm not too sure how the math would have worked on that, but 'cause I know we had our fourth win.
mhm.
But it was a matter of seeding at that point because I
I
know
think
that
I think
they
so.
made the rule, and also I don't know, like they added that rule like halfway through the season, didn't they? Where they were like, you have to be
Yep.
certain
Yeah, they originally
standing.
had it top. They originally had it top 16, but then it was changed to top 32 for Rocket League.
That's kind of insane, but anyway,
And then it's also top 32 for Madden, Smash,
Hmm.
um, and I think that might be it. Oh, maybe Hearthstone. I'm not sure though. Um, but moving from Rocket League, we could see that another team that we have that has made playoffs would be our NBA team with Husky A from Cooper Swan.
let's go Cooper.
He won a match that n- I was watching and my secretary was also watching together, was that November 14th match, because mathematically Cooper was in playoffs, but this person, if you click on the match, he is if he,
Oh
he has
my
his name set
god,
to Psychic number one, one-time ECAC PS5 2K champion in his title.
Oh
that's
my!
insane,
Oh
bro.
my God!
Did he win it like last season or something? Because that's insane.
He won it. He won it a couple years ago. I think like 2 years ago.
That's
It was either,
dude. Jesus. And then the games speak for themselves, really. I think. Like I don't know, like the rules of this of the NBA. Like if it was like 2 minute quarters or whatever. That's a lot of points, man.
mm,
And to just make sure you have the right defensive setup going late into like the third and fourth is just insane. But I find that really funny that he has the champion in his title. And do you know if that guy's in playoffs? Because I think that'd be a really
yeah,
fun
he's in
match to watch. I
playoffs.
was gonna say that's gonna be a really fun match to watch down the line.
They for NBA, they are he is set if he wins this match against Paddington Bishops, they go to the second round, which if seeding is correct, will be another rematch for Psychic
Oh,
and
that's
him.
gonna be one I want to watch. That's gonna be one I need to. I not even want to watch.
Oh
I need to watch that.
We can also
yeah,
see some
that's gonna be
former
interesting.
we could see some former winners also. You see some former winners in this playoff for NBA, like
Know
Augie.
who exactly?
Yeah, Augie NBA 2K, Mr. Clean at the top, first seed. He's won.
When did he win? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I just know that they've posted it before that they've won. Um, I know Cumberland Will has, and it's very interesting to see that. Um, our Cooper has only just joined this this semester, and he's third seed
He's
That's
in
third
ridiculous.
seed.
playoffs.
Like you're playing against chat. You're playing against people who have been in your spot and who have succeeded fully. And it's like, okay, no pressure, but don't screw up.
What?
Yeah.
But also don't feel the pressure. Like even if it doesn't turn out the way that Cooper's hoping. But I think it will because I think. See, I didn't get to watch any of the games unfortunately, but it seems like he's a high scorer and has the right defensive setups no matter what's going on. So I think that
The
he
only
should
thing
have high hopes, but if it doesn't turn out to be anything, there's 3 former champions in this bracket. Like, you just gotta give it some time.
the only thing that really troubles me about Cooper's gameplay is the shooting with Anthony Davis, because he plays as the Lakers, and his shooting with Anthony Davis, he really tries to make him a three-point shooter, which he should be
No,
trying to go up close with
that's
it.
mistake number one. Like, I don't think I would shoot a 3-point shot with Anthony Davis if there was no one within 10 feet of me. Like, I don't think I would even try it. Actually, no, I would. You know who I wouldn't do it with? Shaq.
Well, Shaq is just a terrible 3-point shooter in general.
I've seen people green threes with him, and I'm just like, you literal monster. But the thing is, his 2K, his my team cards have like 99 3-point shot, and I'm like, 2K, Ronnie, what are
No,
we doing here, man? What are we doing here?
no. 99 3-point? No. Nuh-uh.
I'm pretty sure he does. If you look up his like his end game cards have like all 99 in every single stat, which is kind of ridiculous. But
Yeah,
I
that is
digress.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I was talking to Cooper earlier today, and the recent VOD that because we streamed a match, but then the Eagles also streamed their match post you, and they posted they had their stream going, and we were watching the stream after hours, and
After
the first
hours.
the first game, right? He was just like, "All right, Psychic's gonna like come back here." The second game goes on. It gets to like the third quarter, and I don't remember where he said it, but he was just like, "Where did this kid come from?"
That Eagle said that
Yeah, the
about
post you
Cooper.
did. Not about Cooper. Yeah, about
Oh,
Cooper.
that's insane.
And and the thing is that by the end of it, when it was over, he was like, "Well, it seems there's some new competition in the NBA circuit here in ECAC." And
That's great, man.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, "Dang right there is."
No, I was gonna play this season, but I didn't have the game. I've been getting into 2K a lot recently. I play lots of 2K23, and I've been playing since I think 2K21. So I'm kind of new to it, but like I would love to get into the scene if I had a chance, just because like it's anyone's game. Like the guy could be the player could be infinitely better than you, but like just play off ball defense and you win.
Mm, yeah,
Hmm.
it's very interesting to see NBA especially getting into playoffs since we did not have it. No one signed up for it last year. No one was in NBA, and now we have two teams. We have Cooper and we have Van Gorp, which is Henry. He got he had to forfeit his first week and his last week, which made him not get into playoffs, which is unfortunate. But
How many weeks were there?
I
there's
believe
eight.
8. Like
So you're telling me going realistically, he wins all 6 games that he plays. Going
Well,
6-2 is I know he probably didn't, but I'm saying assuming he did, going six
so
and
he did
two
not win six.
is
No,
well.
I was gonna say, pull it up.
How many did Cooper win actually?
Cooper was 6-2, I'm pretty sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-2.
Yeah, that's Cooper. What about Henry over here? I'm actually very curious.
That is Van Gorp. Yep. 1, 2,
3 and
3 and 5.
5. Well, you said 2 of those are forfeits, so
Well, it looks like 3 of them are actually. 1,
No.
2, and then 1 at the beginning.
okay. Can we see how close some of his losses were though? Because I'm actually kind of curious. Like, was it he was just getting outplayed entirely, or was he getting outplayed in the long run?
He didn't stream for us. We don't have a recording of it. But the second match here that the SAU won, he was just like, this guy he's like, this guy is just overshooting me with Giannis this entire time.
Oh, that's never fun.
Oh my god.
Oh, so we have what? Oh,
And then
I have so
he
many
had his
thoughts. I
he
have
had his
so many
villain
thoughts, but so many wrong thoughts.
he had his villain arc starting the third week where he was just like, if I can't beat the Bucks, I'm gonna become the Bucks. And then he's
Honestly,
played the Bucks since.
did he?
Honestly,
And how
why
did he do
not?
playing the Bucks? Let's see. Do you know who he
Well,
was playing in the first 2 weeks before that Bucks
he
guy?
won via forfeit every time. And
Like
then
they saw the Bucks and said, "Never mind."
yeah, they saw the Bucks one, and then he lost via forfeit, and then went 2-0.
So respectable, he wins with the Bucks. I mean,
He
that
got called. He got called into work both those first 2 week, the first week and then the last week. He got called into work, so he couldn't.
what I want to know
That
is,
sucks.
do the Bucks in 2K24 have the new roster update with Dame? That's what I'm wondering.
I'm not
Because if
sure.
They
so, that team,
probably
if they
do.
if it does, that team is ridiculous. That team is absolutely insane.
I would say if it's the new 2K, they probably do have it because that comes out like in the summer.
Hmm He
Well, if that's the case, it would be one of the first roster updates where they added in because you can get traded till I think September maybe. Oh boy,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
have not been keeping up on trades.
I don't
Jeez.
keep up on trades.
No, the T is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I think we covered a lot of NBA. The next one that I'm looking at is also another sports game, which is Madden. For our Madden team, for Husky Gold, um, this
I want to see this.
he is 1, 2, 3,
Is
4,
he in
5.
playoffs?
He's in playoffs.
I was gonna say
Six-
he better be
6-2.
6 and 2 again.
Can I? So
Yeah.
I need to ask: is this in regs where like you play as like the active teams, or is this ultimate team? Do you know?
Regular teams.
Oh, okay.
And
Chiefs.
I don't know who he plays as. I'm
Actually,
not gonna
probably
lie.
Dolphins.
Chiefs,
Can we?
Dolphins.
I would play as the Dolphins. Honestly, that Dolphins team is stupid.
I
Because
mean,
like all you
you
need
could
is
go a
speed,
lot.
and it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
you're gonna have Tyreek over the top for 50 every play.
yeah.
Regs can't guard anything. I like if we have the game, I will show you after. In regs with regular teams, they don't cover anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, if they're in press coverage, just run a streak with the fastest guy on the planet, and it's not even close.
With, with Saeed here, he's sorry, he's ranked. What is he ranked?
I need to know, did he
Probably be
lose
in
close games?
playoffs. Huh?
Did he lose close games? I need to know. I'm very curious.
Saeed. Saeed won most of the game. He's 6 and 2.
Yeah, I know, but the ones that he lost, were they close or were they like?
Oh, let's see. Saeed is number 5 ranking.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
Out of how many?
So
32? Or yeah, it looks
32.
like 32.
Yep, 32. Saeed had lost to I think the number 1 seed that's here now. It's at the top. Yeah, he lost to
Oh, yep,
that
he lost
person.
to Crawford.
I'm not sure what his other loss is. I'm not gonna lie, but he when he messaged us to join, his email was like, "I want to play Madden for you guys. I am 44th in the power ranking for Madden." And he sent me like a screenshot of it.
You need to show me that
So
screenshot. I need to see that.
44th.
he's 44th in the power ranking for Madden. And then
Dude, he better go on and win this entire damn thing.
because he said his last game against Crawford, it was pretty. The first game he decimated, and it was pretty close. And he said, "I gotta stop trolling in these games, LMAO."
Wait, who did?
Saeed.
Zaid, he was like, oh my god!
Yeah,
That was him, and then, yeah, no, he did lose very
So then
oh.
he started trolling, and he said, "I gotta stop trolling LMAO."
those are close matches though.
Oh, he trolled
those
in
are
game
both
2 and
close.
3?
Yeah.
I was going to say, if he was playing legit, that 35-31 loss hurts so much, because I guarantee you he had the ball in the last, 2 minutes. I guarantee it. So both Madden players made playoffs? Or it was only
No,
one?
only one.
Uh-huh.
Well, there was 3. I quit the and then there was another one who barely showed up, but he like sometimes showed up, but when he would show up, won via forfeit.
Jesus.
So
That's the story of my life. When I show up, I win because no one else did.
and and look, I mean, we can go look at him actually, since we're already on Madden. It's
Let's
yeah,
see
you can
you.
see
When
here
did you
when he
quit?
would show
Week
up.
1?
He would show up and win via forfeit. He only played legit once.
And did he win?
No.
That's funny. Let's
He
see yours. Let's see your stats over here, Michael. Let's see it.
It's gotta be a loss because of I couldn't friend the dude for some reason.
And then you quit after that?
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna keep forfeiting if I can't friend people. So then I quit.
Well, I hate to break it to you. That kind of sounds like a skill issue. You need to just
Hold up,
figure it
hold up,
out,
hold up,
man.
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
Yes, you do.
The
Oh my god, I didn't realize that that's what that was.
the let's see.
Oh boy.
There's after Madden, we have some other things
Did
that
MW2 make it
make you play
to
it.
playoffs?
No, they forfeited too much.
Well, yeah, didn't they also have a player who like
Well, one of the
got
players,
deployed?
yeah, one of the players was in the army, or is in the army. Uh,
Well.
Well, about that.
the next
Oh,
team that we have that made playoffs would be our Street Fighter um team, which
Orbit
that
made, I think,
Is
right?
this is Silas,
this is
right?
Silas. Yeah, this is
Oh my
Silas.
dude, Silas is so funny.
Which is
Silas is
Monkey.
so funny, dude. He,
He
I swear to God, every single time we go into our computers, our COS 285, he's
mhm.
he's like he's telling me it's like I didn't even try to win last night and I won.
Dude, I wish that the Siege team had that problem.
The thing
Um,
is that Silas, so yeah, as you could see for like 4 weeks, right? Because he was under the impression at first, as was almost everyone, that you just needed 4 points and you're in, or 4 games win. So as
so he just
he
forfeited
did
one of the next
he
two?
forfeited, and I said I texted him and I went Silas because he was on my floor last year. I know him, and he wanted to join because he knew I was the chairman of it. And I asked him, I was like, Silas, why did you forfeit? He's like, I was playing Mario Kart.
Yeah, dude, I
I
remember that
respect it,
story.
man.
I
Shit. I
remember
mean,
that
if I could.
story, dude. That was the funniest thing.
I was like, what do you mean you're playing Mario Kart? Don't forfeit your matches. He's like, all right, then I'm playing Cammy the entire time. I was like, I don't care as long as you play. Don't forfeit. And then I think after that loss, that second loss after that, November 2nd, I think that loss to I don't know what college that is, but Gold A, um, Iskandar.
Southern Florida?
That's probably what it is. But after that loss, I think he really was like, oh shit, there might be people that could beat me.
Yeah.
That was
He's like, oh shit, I actually have to try? That's crazy.
he goes,
You
Yeah,
should have.
I believe he told me he had looked through all the people at the beginning of the season, and he said that he confidently like believed that he was gonna run the entire table.
he is
Well, sitting here
ranked.
as a 12 seed.
Yeah, he's sitting there at 12th seed because of not only the forfeit, but then the loss to Gold Eisken Love, which is interesting to see that they could potentially play second round.
Why does ECAC do this, man? They're like, two teams had a really close match. Make it so that they can play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like,
Viewers, that's
views,
really
man.
Views.
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 That's honestly kind of what it looks like a little bit. Is they're just looking for views, man.
It's gonna be very interesting for like a lot of these teams to actually um compete. I know for I am not sure why they made this decision or why it's like this, but if you look at the League of Legends playoffs sheet, the thing that's really like wonky about it is the rules state for the division that they're in is that you need 8 points and then you need to be top four. There are 8 teams on this.
Hold on, say that again?
I
You need
think
to have 8 points and be top four, and there are eight
honestly,
teams on
To
here.
make playoffs?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what their thought process was there. I think
Well,
it's
do they have
probably
multiple
just
divisions, maybe? Because that
no.
could be it.
This division is 8 teams.
Yeah.
The playoffs you're looking at right now is the entire division.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I'm gonna be honest, that's probably why they did it. It's because it's just because of it's like such a small division. They probably just made that their rule for the league as like a blanket term for all of their league divisions.
but that's
Yeah.
not even the case for any of the other divisions, I don't think.
The
They just kind of
thing they
decided.
made like infographics and stuff already about top four,
Uh-huh.
like, which is why I am very confused because I already posted all the dates and stuff for it.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm,
Because if we look at the seeding, like based off like points and stuff, it's only us, PSH, and SHU that have
Oh, we got
enough
second. I
points.
thought we got third. All right,
I
that
thought we
doesn't make
got second as well because
that
PSH beat
that doesn't
us.
make sense because PSH beat us.
Is
why
is
are we
SHU Sacred Heart?
second?
Huh?
Is SHU Sacred Heart?
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that they were that good.
And then it's interesting to see that Stockton League White is even in because they have a point from a bye.
You get 1 point
Yeah.
for a bye. Are you for real?
Yeah, they
Uh-huh.
have,
Insane.
and they're in playoffs, which is whack
Mhm.
in my opinion.
How are they in playoffs over EKU, who has 3
They
points
pulled
and
out.
actually?
EKU pulled out because they didn't have enough people.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
I think their one win was a forfeit win, and everything else. I think they forfeited every game.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, no.
That's
Some
pretty.
teams are just really good at this thing, man. Like in Siege, I was watching week 8 as it went down because the Siege team was like right on the verge, and then something happened. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Not yet. We'll
Something
get
happened.
there.
Not yet.
I don't want to get there right now, but we were going, and I was like, man, is Fisher gonna play? Because they were 7-0, and they just forfeited because
Oh.
they were the number 1 seed no matter what.
Well,
And
it
I was like,
was.
you literally don't. They literally didn't have to play. Like once we get to the siege, I'll talk more about it. But like, it was like, imagine not having to play. Like we had a match or two which didn't go our way. And like, I wish we had the opportunity. We were like, hey guys, do you want to play this week? No, okay, forfeit.
Yeah, the thing that's I don't know if they did last year. They might not have, but
Fisher win it last year.
when looking at some, well, I don't, probably, but when, when
Good
looking
assumption.
when looking at some of these looking at some of these games and some of these divisions, we could see that some of them don't even like divide by rank, either that because they don't have enough at each rank, or it's just easier because there is no rank system in FC24.
No, no.
So
Yeah.
all of the teams are gonna be in that. Um, but there's a lot of people that sign up for these single division ones that are really, really good and they know like the
Fisher.
game. Or they are just like casual people that are just wanting to play the game. Um, these teams that we have so far that we've talked about are the ones that did make playoffs. Going to the top, we'll start with Smash. Um,
Okay.
this was a team that nearly made playoffs. They're 4-4.
So you guys didn't make playoffs?
No, we had a situation with uh our scores being submitted. So
What does that mean?
our scores were submitted by round and not by stocks. They're supposed to be submitted by stock, not by round. So every single match on here looks like that we won by one stock. So we're ranked 41st now. We had a
Oh, because
shot.
you guys didn't understand the formatting. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's unfortunate.
We won via forfeit, and then starting off at the first few weeks, the first two decimated, lost, and then randomly we won via forfeit, and then went on to lose two more,
Yeah, I
and
can see that.
then we had a 3-week win streak
It didn't even matter because
where
you guys submitted it all wrong.
where in ECPI Smash Blue and YMCC Smash Threes, um, one of our characters, not characters, one of our players, um, Hylian, actually 9-stocked their entire team. So that,
Damn.
yeah, we. It was very unfortunate that we realized we had submitted all the scores wrong
When
at
did you guys realize that?
the end of the last game.
Did you talk to ECAC
Oh
about it? What did they
wow.
say?
We didn't make it well because we didn't remember the score for the other games. So we can't fix the stock score if we don't know the stock score.
But they can finish the
Yeah.
last like
The
two.
other team would just say No, that's what it was because that gives
Yeah.
them a higher up seed advantage.
That's ridiculous, man.
But yeah, it's very unfortunate, but I think that a lot of people will be coming back next semester for Smash, and they on the board here in the room, we actually have teams on the board of what we plan on doing next semester, and I think that could potentially happen and work and do well. Um, moving on from Smash though, we could go to uh what else is on Monday? You know what, we'll go to R6.
Oh boy, here we go. What a season, man. I don't even know where to start. I mean, if you go to our very first match on September 25th, so we were playing the first map and we're like, these guys can't be for real. Like, there's no way that this team is like we thought that we were very much better than this team. And they messaged our team captain Pickle about 4 or 5 rounds in, and they go, "Are we allowed to use mouse and keyboard?" And I was like, "They said what?" These guys thought that this was a controller only tournament. I guess it was a miscommunication between them and their coach or whatever. But it was like, oh my lord. Um, yeah, no, our team ranks, by the way,
Oh.
are all over the place. Like, we have champions and we have coppers. Like, our team was consistent because we had tryouts and nobody showed up.
Well, that's probably right.
That was a very fun one. And then I think we won we might have lost it. No, yeah, no. The next 2 weeks we got absolutely steamrolled. Like we were getting 7-1 2 maps. Like, it was not fun. Actually, I think the match against WIU, we went to map 3, and we were like, guys, come on, let's cling. We won the first map, got absolutely slaughtered on the second one. I forgot what the second one was. And the third map, it was Oregon. It was the map that we were most confident in playing. And it might have been this match where I went to pull out my C4 and I pulled out a Bandit Shockwire instead on that round that would have made it 7-6 or 6-6 to go to overtime. I pulled out a Bandit Shockwire instead of pulling out my C4 and got shot and killed, and that was the end of the match. And I was like, dude, oh my lord. No, we had a really rough season. It was either we were steamrolling people or they steamrolled us. There was literally no in between. Like, if you look at all of these, and then we had a problem. We decided afterwards, guys, we have a problem. In the matches that we were steamrolling, like I think in the Morvarian one maybe, or one of these, we just started in that game too. They were very passive players, so we decided we were going to play outside most of the time, just to get the kills and to get the wins because we knew we could.
Yeah.
Those 5 rounds they got, I think we gave them essentially every single one by throwing and just staying outside the entire time.
Well, Pickle
And we were
also
like,
team killed half you guys
"Oh my
in
god,
most of the rounds.
it was this match." One of the matches we were on attack, right? And I walk up to him. He has mad kills. I go, "Any last words?" He just pulls out his pistol, shoots me in the head, shoots the other 3 of them, my teammates, in the head. So it's just him on 1v1. And then he dies with the bomb down. We're like, yo, Rick, we almost just lost, bro. Come on. He was like, we're fine, guys. I was like, it didn't feel that way. And then we had a close match in week 7 against Behrend. I think it was close. I don't remember, honestly. Yeah, no, it was the first map, I think, was their map, and we pulled out way more rounds than we thought we were going to. And then, or was it them who had the rehost? Yeah, it was. Oh my god, the amount of things that happened this season to the Siege team, it was just like we got so mentally drained in our matches, and that's why I feel like there's people on the Siege team that don't agree with me that we couldn't stay composed. Like, our streamer didn't know the formats that we were supposed to be playing in, so they had the wrong format set up. So it was 2. I think it was 2-2. It was 2-1 actually. and we won the round on a site that they didn't want to be playing on, but they had to because of the format we were running. So then, either way, it should be 2-2 after this rehost. They complain that we have the wrong setup, so they rehost. We can no longer stream. And they just decided that they were going to take the round from us. I guess there was some communication where they said that Pickle agreed to start at round 4, even though we should have been starting on round 5 with the score being 2-2. And we were so thrown off by it mentally that we were just like, man, whatever. And I think that was the first map here. And then the second map, we were still like over it. Like it was something else. And then we get to this last week. We're like, okay, we have the point requirement. We just need to win this match. And oh Lord, was it something? So the first map was our map, I think, and we were just not having a fun time. And about like 4 or 5 rounds in, we go, hey, this guy might be cheating, the Rizzy kid, because he landed hip fire shots from a decent distance away and both hit him in the chest. And we were like, that's a little crazy, the fact that just happened. So we're like, let's keep an eye on him. So we lose that map, and we're like, you know what, whatever, it's fine. The second map, oh boy, it was a fun one. I will say that there was 2 players that we were like, oh my god, but this Ironclad player over here, was actually just a really good player. But like we had this player, Rizzy, who one round, well, his actions were just very suspicious. We had one round where we were trying to see if he was like wall hacking or something, because we were like, there's something going on that we don't think this guy is legit. There's a lot more to it, but we spawned, and at the very last second we changed spawns. We had a drone on him, and he just froze for a second and then went towards where we were spawning. So we were like, that's a little crazy. Okay. We couldn't tell if he had wall hacks or if he had aimbot. We weren't very sure. The thing that got us mentally set off about this match is not the fact that he was cheating, because we still could have won. I mean, Pickle dropped 18, I think, before he gave up, or whatever. Like we could have won that second map and the third map, but we were more demoralized because when we reported it to ECAC, they reported to us that they knew they couldn't run Moss, and were allowing it, essentially saying, these guys can cheat, and we won't do anything about it.
Their requirement was that they wanted a representative from the school to sit in on their things, because their representative from the school also worked with ECAC. So they were like, nothing bad could happen here because they work for ECAC. They won't have personal bias.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna I'm gonna stay quiet. But anyway, they made him stream to prove that he was legit. And I just want to say, I am very unhappy with how it went, because in the review of the game, because I was like, guys, I'm gonna go report this. Like, we all agreed we were gonna report this guy for cheating. So we opened the ticket, and me and Michael are sitting there, and we're watching the gameplay. And I'm not dissing ECAC or anything, but the admin said that he streamed his hands, and he said from his knowledge of Siege that sweaty players stream their hands and not the screen. But also, when you're being accused of cheating, if you don't show your screen, we can't see what cheats you have running. And they let
Yeah.
that go. Yep, they let that go. And I don't want to sit here and bash ECAC, but
I mean,
I mean,
it's not an ECAC
he's
stream.
got
We could sit there and ash
he's
all you
got
want.
I mean,
dude,
he's
I
got
could
a
go on
little
for
bit of a
days
point. I
because
mean,
Pickle. Okay, so
yeah.
you were saying?
No, I was gonna say it's like sweaty people do tend to stream their hands, but that's in addition to the screen. That's not just like it's not. They don't just stream their hands.
No, they have 2 cameras, one on their
Yep.
screen and one on their hand. Another thing, as you can see here, we have Pickle, who is champion and was top 2,000, and we have Weaver over here, who's also champion. I think he was I think he might have also been top 2,000 in one season. Both of these guys are champion. Both of these guys are very good at the video game. Like, I wish I could play like them sometimes. I sit there and I watch them play and I go, that was disgusting. Teach me. And what kind of set me off in our meeting with ECAC is that they had said, with their knowledge of the game, that with that rank, he was like level 3. Don't get me wrong. He's level 300. He's a champion. Cool. But ECAC's defense of it was, when you get to that point with this game, you get to points where you know the game, or do you really know the game? We have 2 champions on our team. One of them himself said that he is that rank, and you don't know the game to where you're peeking people through walls, like you're following people through walls, you're auto locking heads, like you just don't do those things. And it's like, we were so more like, we decided we had quit by the second map because we were like, they're not going to do anything. Like, we're just going to get them banned for cheating. And then it didn't happen. Yeah, Pickle had, I think, 18 or 19 kills. And I was like, dude, you literally could have went for 30. Like, we still had a very good chance of winning the second map. And I think if we won the second map, we weren't going to get stopped and we were going to win the third. That's what I think.
One of the things also about this R6 team is that well, not this one, not Sunny Canton, ours. The there are 3 people that are returning from last year, and their last year's team did go to playoffs. They tied in position with Overwatch last year. They both were quarterfinalists. And I don't know, the addition of yourself and Pudding, I am glad of, because without him, you wouldn't have a team.
Oh yeah, no, we had a team, and we were set on making playoffs because every match we won, we absolutely like, if you go through every single one of our wins, it's 7-2, it's 7-3, and like there's the occasional match here and there where we throw rounds, because we were just trying to have fun, because we were like, this is a waste of a Monday night if we're gonna sit here and play 7 rounds where we are playing attack on defense. Let's have some fun, which led to Pickle team killing and everything else that happened. Dude,
It also led to Pickle. I remember Pickle getting a double frag kill, not on enemies.
or the time where we were playing on Night Haven Labs, which is where I got my first ace on computer and in the professional scene. And Weaver was playing Callie and just laid a shot through the back of the head of Potato and was like, oops. Like, he just laid shots into us. Like, we had so much fun, but we're also doing so well that it was like, it didn't matter that we were having fun because we were doing so well while having fun.
Yeah.
Like, when we got on a roll, we just started messing up. We were like, let's just go. It was kind of sad at the end of the season, especially because of the way that, I guess, I don't think we had it handled the way we wanted to, or the way we thought it should have been handled. I mean,
I was gonna say, you guys obviously shouldn't feel alone in that, in the way of like, dang, this season was controversial, because if we move on to a different game,
oh boy,
if we go to
let's get.
CS2,
Oh God, let's not get started on that team. Oh boy, let's not. I heard about
Oh,
this CS
if,
game, and I feel so bad for you guys.
if we move, well, you guys, I'm not even on the team.
Well, isn't Austin on the
Yeah,
team?
Austin.
I was
Yeah,
I was gonna
you can
say,
go
yeah,
ahead.
you're on this
Yeah,
team.
producer Austin here. Yeah, this season was kind of really annoying. We did well in our first game. I actually didn't play with this in this game because I was busy, but we beat them first map. We beat them in overtime, and then we were able to bring it home in the second map. Things started to go downhill though. With this loss, it's just second game of the season, which in the first place the season was all sorts of messed up because the game wasn't out yet by the time all the other games started, and it then they had no idea, like ECAC had no idea how to run Counter-Strike games like for this kind of tournament. So it was just a whack season in general. But this game, it was just, we were still getting started. They were just better players. Not much we could have done there. But then things started going downhill from there. I mean, we got this win here, but it was kind of just like a pity win. We stomped them pretty heavily. But it started to go downhill real fast because ECAC started matching us against teams that were like 2 points to 4 points above us. So they were a win or 2 wins above us, which did not go well. Like NEU Gold at this point in the competition were undefeated, and we were two wins, 1 loss. And we didn't do too bad against them, 13-5 each map, but things started to go downhill when then we were placed against Behrind, because again they were 2 wins above us, and they were a really good team, but we almost won this one, and it was really close, and a lot of us said it was the best games of Counter-Strike we've ever played. So we weren't disappointed with our performance. We were very happy with it, even though we lost. And then we just, and then
Let's get to
again,
the game of the hour.
we're like, okay. That last week on Monday, we're like, if we win this one, because they lowered the requirements for playoffs because of the shortened season. There's only 6 matches instead of 8. So they lowered the requirements to 3 wins, and we were right on the border there. And they're like, yeah, you're going to play against Brooklyn College, a team that has only lost twice this entire season. And we did not do so well. And there's a story. The story of this one is on Monday when we played originally, we tied our first map, right? And that was the first time anyone had tied in the ECAC season. So none of us, including ECAC staff, had any idea what to do. And we were just chilling here waiting for a response because they were all dealing with the siege situations.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, and so we got a response, and they're like, yeah, just forget about that first game and start over, best of 3, just start over. At this point it's like
What?
9:45, and we're like, bro, we are not doing that. But then the Hail Mary comes in, and we thought it saved us, right? But in reality it did not. The game had just updated that day, and there was some crashing issues. So ECAC decided to say, if you can't play tonight due to crashing, just play sometime during this week. And since it was already late, we were just like, okay, let's reschedule to Thursday. And then Thursday, we all showed up, and we sucked like a ton, and we lost. Because we thought we were on par with these guys because we played very similarly to them, and of course we tied that first map. So yeah, it was very disappointing. But morale that entire season was just not good because we were just getting matched against like these crazy teams, and the Fisher College in CS2 has a tier 2 pro on their team. It is this guy right here, Tatum. And
Did you
he
guys
is
play them at all?
what? We did
Did
not
you
play
guys?
Fisher, no. But they have a tier 2. This guy is a tier 2 pro. He's played against teams like EG and G2, like big names. Like we were like they. I will not be surprised if Fisher wins the entire thing. But
Yeah,
um
Yeah,
Fisher
that's
has generally performed
ridiculous.
very well
yeah.
in ECAC, just across the board, no matter what game they're in, because they invest big
Yeah,
into their
yeah.
esports.
Well, overall, our CS2 season, we enjoyed playing as a team, and even though it didn't go very well in terms of games won, we did have a great time, and
And ECAC in general.
yeah, yeah, and we look forward to next semester though, because who know, we might be going to NECC, and um, they use Face It, which in my opinion is way better server wise. So we'd be using third-party servers, and there
Also
you
wouldn't
can't tie. Yeah.
Yeah.
They know what happens if you die.
Well,
Huh?
on Face It, you just go into overtime
I
after
say
overtime
it
after
would
overtime
make sense.
until you
Yeah,
win.
it would make
So
sense if
somebody
you
has
go
to
until you
win.
win.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I would want to know what would happen in Siege if we went to overtime. Well, no, in Siege you have to win. Like it forces you. Like
Yeah.
you'll get to like 6-6 and you get to 7-7 and it's like we can't go anymore. Someone's got to win.
I mean, it would be interesting if someone did that in Rocket League because you can you can theoretically just sit there and do nothing for that entire overtime. It'll just keep running up the clock.
That'll be fun. I actually kind of want to see how that would go.
But that was
I-
the CS2 season, so we
Yeah.
can move
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah,
By the
thanks,
way,
Austin.
I'm sorry for the whole Siege thing, but like the entire team was. We were like, guys, we just let a blatant cheater, and they're like,
I
there's nothing we can do.
I was on the side of the road.
What?
I was on the side of the road when that
Yeah.
happened.
Well, when we first started reporting it, you were in Portland by the time we.
Yeah, by the time we actually had the call, which
Yeah.
was
But when
good.
we reported it to you, you were on the side of the road going to. Oh my god.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can move on though to
Next
FC24 though.
season.
FC24 is not. I mean, it's also started late, and we've had it kind of
What does
wonky
that
as
mean?
it started late. It only had 7 games, but it still held the 4 game win thing. We only had one player. The other one dropped it. Which was Sarah for FIFA Husky. Um, she was the one that played. She was close to getting in because she won just like Van Gorp won every match via forfeit.
Huh.
Something about people winning in sports games by forfeit is got to be the funniest thing in my entire like. Why are you forfeiting when you can just show up, play, and go? Let's see how much DDA I get from the servers today.
Well, you could also apparently show up and win. And via forfeit.
Some
I
people
Don't
mean,
even
just
play
don't
the
show
game.
up.
it seems like you can also win by getting half a point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
apparently. I don't know
that is a
how
tie
FC
game
works.
in that's
That's
a
a
tied game for
tie.
FIFA. Yes. So they tied once and then Wake Forest just 2-0'd them after that.
So why not just go into like golden goal and then penalty shootout?
I'm not sure. That's a
So are we
ECAC
switching?
question.
Are we switching from ECAC next semester? Like, do we have to play an ECAC next semester?
Uh
We'll talk to you after, but
I was gonna say it depends on if you can get enough people for the day that they're switching to, because NACC swaps to Tuesdays of play.
I might not be able to do that. We'll see.
Hmm?
We'll see what my semester looks like. I might not be
I
able
was
to do
gonna
that.
say if you have enough people, like literally just if you have enough people playing R6 on Tuesdays, which I'm going to talk with Pickle with during the meet, so you don't need to write that message.
Wait. It's too late. I was already writing it. What
Uh,
meeting is there? Is there a meeting?
There's a meeting with your captain, so like it's gonna be everyone that's affected, like affected like it's a disease.
I mean,
Anyone that's in
we're
ECAC,
we're getting
which
away from it.
anyone
Sorry.
that's in ECAC, uh, that has a team that's in NECC will have a representative there. So like this would be League of Legends. Actually, let me go look at what this is about.
What I'm
Uh,
saying or NACC?
NECC.
I was gonna say, don't read out loud what I'm saying right now, Michael.
I
I don't know
was
if you.
gonna say I could literally just see the chat.
Yeah.
There is no privacy here. I am the chairman. But so R6 is one of those, CS2 is one of those, League is one of those, Smash is one of those, Overwatch, Valorant, and Rocket League are all the ones that I'll be talking to during the captain meet that we have. But games like this, FC24, don't have another place for it, be that NACE, NECC, or any division league, so they would stay in ECAC if they wanted to play. which a lot of these teams that are like sports games or stuff like that, it's really just team-based games that ECAC does not know how to handle. Because there's
Read
like
the chat.
there's FC24, there's Madden, there's
NBA 2K.
yeah, NBA 2K. Uh those games we will have to stay with ECAC for. The but the games like if people want to swap, for example, R6 and CS2 not had a great time in ECAC.
Would we be able to play? This is gonna sound really dumb, and I know you'll talk to Pickle about what he thinks, but is
Yeah,
it possible that we can play in both, just so we can get the extra playing for
you can play
ECAC?
both.
I don't think
That'll be an option for
he'll
every team.
agree, but
Overwatch wants to play in both.
well, you guys haven't had the issues that we've had.
Oh, oh, we had. Oh, don't you start because
We'll talk after.
we'll talk about it. Oh, we've had. But
I heard
we
from
can move
Zemek
on
that
just
you
for the
and
sake of time to go on to
are we
Valorant.
are we almost there? Are we almost in the home stretch?
Oh,
No,
it
we're
was
still on Tuesday. We just entered Tuesday games.
Jesus Christ! How long are we gonna be here?
Well, stop bringing up stuff.
It's not just me bringing it up.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
kidding.
oh, okay.
But
I
so
did not know about this season. Oh God.
I was gonna say for Valorant, all they've won is their first game because their roster had a diamond in it, right? They had we had a diamond, and then our team captain was a previous gold, and then grinded their way up to diamond now. But because of that diamond, it brought their team rank up into the Valorant Gold Plat division,
Yep.
which means that their whole team had to play in that. The diamond player then proceeded to, right before first week games, drop it. So the rest of the team was very much way under leveled, way under ranked. They're playing against sometimes diamond players, and they're like bronze, silver, gold, um, against these players, and they have not been doing very well. The only one that was sort of close, um, if we the only one that was close in rank would be this the women's college one here, with the ranks of iron, silver, bronze, yet an iron, two bronzes, a silver, and a platinum. And while we had a diamond, a bronze, an iron, a silver, and I'm assuming an iron, but some of these people were brand new to the game, didn't know many concepts of it. Creighton literally played 20 games just so he could play on the team, so he could unlock ranked and get a rank like a week before the start of the season. So I really think that if we could find more people and if some of these teams would come back together, going to a different division, um, be that in ECAC or in NECC, would be way more beneficial to them, honestly. Um, from here, the next game we could go to. Oh wait, we actually already covered these two, NBA and Street Fighter, so we're good with that. We now can actually move on to Overwatch.
Have fun.
And Overwatch, we have two teams. We have Gold Huskies, and we have White Huskies.
Isn't there a third team though, Michael? What happened?
There was a third team, and then it got disbanded because somebody dipped. So the rest of the players went on to White and Gold, because of the permission of ECAC.
Yep.
um,
Yep.
and what ended up happening was Gold, right from the get-go, was also placed in the wrong division, but for a if you go to the second page of our results, oh, they got rid of it. Never mind. But we did have originally a loss via forfeit in the Diamond Masters division. That's right there. Um,
Why were you in the division?
because we got put in the Diamonds Master division because we have our team consists of like 3 plats, a diamond, and then a gold and a silver. That was the original one that we had. Yeah, these are the ranks. We had a silver 4, a gold 1, a plat 2, a plat 1, a plat 5, and a diamond 4. Sam and Leviathan were not originally on the team. They were on blue, and they made a claim against us that they thought my rank peak was diamond 2.
ECAC made this claim.
Yes.
I'm gonna just put my.
I mean, if they're qualified, if they're telling you to put the peak ranks on there, then these Rocket League divisions would both be screwed.
Why
Because
would they be screwed?
we'd be in the higher divisions and we'd get crushed every single game.
Because
Yeah.
you guys have been to higher ranks before than you are now.
Oh yeah, I think all 6 of us on each of the teams have each been grand champion on different occasions.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They
So you get
told
put in the grand champion division.
Yeah, we'd get put in the highest division that they have, and we get crushed because none of us are grand champion right now.
the thing is that they set this very high standard for us for ranks, and well, got it wrong because I've never been diamond in my life. Not even on console,
Hardstock plat.
not even console or PC. I've not got past fucking platinum. So, the uh the thing is that if you look at other teams, we'll take PSU for example. Or that. Wait. Yeah, oh yeah, Hutchington. If you take Hutchington for example, they're the number 1 seed right now, and they have a Masters 4 on their
You go diamond then master.
huh?
It goes plat, diamond, master.
It goes, yeah, Plat, Diamond, Master, Grandmaster. And they have a Masters 4 on their team, which we did face. I was I don't know why it says I was checked in. I didn't play. Um, but the if you look at also PSU as well, they had a we did beat them. Um, they had they also had a Masters 4 on their team. So we have submitted various amounts of rank checks because they have an ECAC rank checker where they go well, you have to friend ECAC rank checker to play period and to like so they could check ranks. And we have submitted reports about people's rank to ECAC, and they're like, well, they weren't that at the beginning of the season. And, even though when we look, they were that rank 3 seasons ago before we were even in esports. Oh, there's also been various um, other forms of issues like I'm trying to think. There
You guys are in
was
playoffs though, right?
oh, we're in playoffs. The gold team is, the white is not. Um, there there's been various other issues like last year. There was there was a whole lot of issues, but I won't go into the whole lot of issues of last year because this is a new year.
You like it?
um, mostly just the rank thing was really what made us very mad because these people when we put them into their own calculator, they're not in the division that we are. We're bronze plat. It used to be gold plat division.
What would they have been in?
Yeah, Hutchington being one of these. um, but Hutchington has now gone 8-0.
Can I see their team? Is this the team that had the Master 4 that you guys lost to?
Yeah, you can see the match that we lost to Hutchington. I think it was like second. Yeah,
Yeah, Master 4. Their
yeah.
coach, the coach's rank doesn't matter, does it?
Coach's rank doesn't matter now.
Okay, because I was gonna say he's Master as well. So
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna dive into the issues of Overwatch. That would take too much time. We're just gonna
oh yeah.
move on. We already talked about Rocket League. Wait, we already talked
Yeah.
about Overwatch too. You know what? Do you have anything else to add about Rocket League issues that have occurred?
I mean, not To us, I think there was there was one time in the middle of the season where we saw a team that had 2 grand champion threes and a diamond that didn't really add up.
That doesn't sound like it had to.
Yeah, it doesn't add up, and they're like I think top 10 in the division. They're top 10 in the division. I think they made playoffs, but I think Lucas or Hydra did some dirty work and figured out that those are not their ranks. So
What are their ranks? Are their ranks lower than that?
yeah, they're right around ours. He did some work and figured out that they're all champ 1, champ 2.
I
So
want to know how.
so instead of believing ECAC's stupid little rank thing underneath the player, he actually put it into RL Tracker, which is Rocket
Yeah.
League's version of like rank checker, and they're like all like champ 1, champ 2s. They haven't even been grand champions. So
Yeah, there was a big talk in the summer for ECAC about using rank checkers as verification. Um, they decided no, in that they were actually gonna just, do this ECAC rank check thing where they had you add a profile and they check from there, at least for Overwatch. And a little wonky, also hasn't worked, but yeah, we can move on to we already talked about Madden. We can move on to Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2, we had a lot of forfeits, either win or loss. And basically only played the first 2 weeks.
oh wow,
Yeah. No.
oh
I
wow,
I streamed the very first week, and let me tell you, that team had potential, man.
hmm
I
Yeah,
streamed this win, I think, versus BVU. I think it was.
yeah, you did do the Beavers one.
Yeah, this one. What a match, man.
may I ask
Nothing.
how a game goes 250 to 122?
Uh,
Game
hard
mode.
point. I think. I think it's hard point.
Yeah, the game mode
Where
is
it's
set
Okay,
to it's like
all right.
250 seconds you need to hold it for
Oh,
to win.
okay. Okay, I was just really confused because it's like you see that first game 250 to 122, and then the next 2 games are 6-1 and 3-2. I'm like, it's like that just didn't add up in my head.
Yeah, so there's that game mode, and then there's maybe there's, I don't know if it's search and destroy next, and then it's hard, and then it's control,
I think
which
so.
Oh, okay.
um first I think it's first to 6 for search and destroy, and then control it just goes until like 3, I think.
Yeah, it's also control, which I found really cool, is that it doesn't let you you have a certain amount of respawns, and one of the ways you lose without even getting one of the ways you lose that specific round is by running out of respawns, and
hmm
then your entire team dies. So if it comes down to you guys are even, whoever has more respawns wins.
Oh,
Yeah,
Which I will say is really interesting for a game mode.
yeah.
It was fun. It was fun to commentate. I heard lots of people liked it. I don't know. I just screamed a lot.
I loved it. So
Whatever works.
Well, I just screamed. I was just like, I took after Kickstar, who is a Rainbow Six caster who unfortunately passed. I was like, I liked watching him. I bet people will like watching that.
that's fair.
So it was lots of loud, fast commentary.
Um, one of the things going from Modern Warfare, we could go on to the last Friday game, which is Omega Strikers. And let me tell you, we sucked. We did not
You
win.
don't say.
We
It
were
doesn't even look like
absolutely
any of these.
garbage.
It doesn't look like any
Wow.
of these games were close.
We could not even get a goal.
They felt so bad for you, they gave you a bye mid-season. They said,
Wow.
these poor fellows, they need to relax.
they
Maybe they can
said
figure this shit out.
take a break and practice, and we
Oh
decided
my
to
god.
not do that because spirits were down after the first 2 games.
I mean, look into that shit, yeah.
the the so we signed up for this originally just as like, because the game literally came out a couple of months ago before ECAC, right? And we were like looking at like top, we're looking at like whatever top players are. Their top thing is Omega rank, and then it goes Omega, Master, Diamond, and blah blah blah, right? The
Yeah.
top 500 people in the world were low Diamond. No one's reached Omega tier, nothing like that, right? So we were like, all right, this game must not have like a big high competitive scene. It must just be very casual. Let's sign up for it. We got our ass handed to us in every game, no matter what team we were up against. the they they had like there was one match, I think it was earlier this season. I think it was, if we can go on the second page. I think it was probably the second game we had. Yeah, Ole Miss. Ole Miss, obviously D1, right? Um, Ole Miss is had commentary on the stream, and we were so done because the first game just went out of the water. It was like, all right, we're just gonna fuck around now. I was watching their stream, and then they would judge us for every single move we did. We're like, oh, I'm not sure about that will work.
Jesus.
It was such just an unreal experience. If you look at the final like weeks of that stream, um, it is it is beyond low morale. Maybe if Eric knew how to play goalie. Hey, 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 working here.
We're working here.
Yeah, but Omega Strikers was quite an experience. The game is unfortunately, I mean actually, I don't know, unfortunately, is shutting down
Oh,
Why?
really?
because they don't have
Money.
what is they don't have a lot of they wanted to go make other games, so there's not going to be a lot of updates for Mega Strikers specifically, but they're going to take a lot of the characters from that to make like own games and stuff. Because I guess Omega Strikers wasn't a hit, but they still like the characters, which whack. But
Huh.
Anyway.
oh, I forgot that there is one more Friday game.
There is.
For our Fortnite trios.
Oh boy. How did they do? Michael, how
Um,
did they do?
they did all right. Did the member so Husky 2, we used to have Huskies 1 and Husky 2. Husky 2 got disbanded
Why?
because that guy that's on there, Scatman John, like didn't show up ever. So Husky 2 always had the forfeit. So we took Husky 2, Husky 1, and combined them. Um, they actually got their highest place that they ever did this week, where they they actually got fourth.
Ooh.
I
So
don't know how
they
many kills they had, but I know they got fourth. They got fourth and fifth, but the fourth one. How Fortnite works is whatever higher amount of points you got. So like you get points for killing people, you get points for surviving, you get points for whatever. And whatever one you get the highest points on out of the two games is what they take for the week. And whoever has the most total points in the top 16 goes to playoffs. We're not in the playoffs for Fortnite.
is it close?
Huh?
Are we close or is it like not a
Um,
chance?
I mean, we were like, there was like 25 teams, and you needed top 16, and we were like 21st. So,
Sort of.
so like
It was
5
sort of
places.
there. Yeah.
Close enough. I mean,
Uh,
it almost counted.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Hmm.
just trying to think if there's any other games that we have.
I think it's it.
I
You
think
can go
that
if you
is
want.
it. But one thing that we do have is we do have an event coming up soon that is a charity event, which would be uh,
Yeah, Austin.
yeah, you good,
Yeah,
Austin?
this is on. He clicked out of that so quick. He was
We
like, "They
do
weren't
have
supposed to see this."
this is not on ECAC, but we do have a charity event coming up soon. Winter's Wishes. It's for
It's like a
it's
month,
for the
isn't it?
Make a Wish Foundation. Huh?
Isn't that the one that's at the end of the semester?
The end of the playoffs for ECAC. Yeah.
So semester.
Actually, yeah, it's the same time. So yeah, semester.
I might not be able to perform in that.
That's
For
fine.
compete in that, I'll let you know.
I can just get more people. The
I mean, Pickle's just gonna pick a God Squad anyway of champions and run the entirety of that. Like that's what's gonna happen.
Well, I
fine
think
by me.
I think the entire Rocket League team is doing some sort of like like 1v1 tourney or something. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing.
Nice.
No, because
Nice.
I know that I was like, I don't know any because I was asking the Siege team if they wanted to band up for this, right?
Mhm.
And Michael goes, "You can invite non-USM players." I go, "I don't know any good PC non-USM players." Pickle goes,
I
"I
mean,
do.
it all gotta be PC. I ain't gonna lie. You can play on console. I don't give a fuck.
I can get 5 players on console."
Yeah.
Oh, don't make me get my God squad together. I have a decent squad on console that I can get together.
I mean, go ahead, do it.
I'll probably be in Connecticut that weekend though. I have an audition for something.
Oh, what are you auditioning for?
Drum corps. It's a marching band that I pay to do over the
Nice.
summer.
I
The
thought in my mind I thought it was theater audition. So then
I
I was
don't
like,
audition for theater much anymore.
that's fair.
I'm more of a
I'm probably
musician.
gonna audition for prom.
I think that audition is like next week or
Yeah,
2 weeks from now.
it's the 27th, I think.
So next Tuesday or the Tuesday we get back from or the Monday. So not this Monday, but the Monday after.
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
Um, yeah, but we have Winter Wishes coming up for esports. Um, we will also probably have um, what else will we have? We have that. We have playoffs for a couple of our teams. We have uh probably some more events coming out soon because like now a lot of people don't have anything to do now because they're out of playoffs. So they're probably gonna set
Not by
something up.
choice. Not by
Not
choice.
not by choice by any of them. It sure is by choice by our Mega Strikers though. I can tell you that right now.
I wish I could say the same for Siege, and I think Austin wishes he could say the same for CS. But
Yeah,
that's it.
I I don't really have anything else, honestly.
I don't either. I just hope that we can play NECC so I don't got to deal with them saying that a blatant cheater isn't actually cheating. It's just game sense.
Oh
Anyway,
my
that's all I
god.
got to say.
Yeah, that's all for me.
Dude,
Yeah, I think we can end it here.
we're going to call it here.
Yeah, it's been a great first HESN Husky Esports Network #1.